I mean, who doesn't like their skin to look nice and glowy and healthy? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back for another Empties video where I give you my thoughts on the latest beauty products that I've used up. If you're excited for this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, hi, my name is Hannah. Sometimes I forget to say that. If you're new to my channel, I upload beauty videos every Monday and Friday, so feel free to stick around and subscribe. If you're excited to see all of these beauty products that I've used up in the past couple months, to see if I would recommend them, make sure you keep on watching. First off, I'm just going to get out of the way. The first thing that I see, this tried and true Body Shop Shea Lotion. I love this so much. I'm actually almost done using another one of these, so that'll be in my next Empties video. I've spoken about this so many times, but I absolutely love this scent. This is the only lotion that I use. I find it very moisturizing, so if you're looking for a new lotion to try out, I recommend this. Next up, I just finished up using this Pharmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm a while ago because I haven't got a BoxyCharm in a very long time. So I finally used this up. I did really like it. It's 3.4 fluid ounces. I think it left my face feeling very clean, but the only reason that I probably would not actually buy this on its own is because I think full price this is around $26. I will link the items that I'm mentioning in the description box down below, so you know, if you're interested in checking this out, it will be in the description box. But just for how much you get and the price, I probably won't be repurchasing this. Also, I already have another couple other facial cleansers that I'm using. So that's what I have to say about that. I'm just gonna go ahead and mention the other facial cleanser that I used up. I know that there's like this in here, but I can't get this out. So this to me is empty. This is the Philosophy Purity Made Simple Cleanser. I love this. I've gone through a couple of these. I think it's very gentle. I think it says in the name, but anyway, I really like this, and I think it left my face feeling very clean as well. I probably will repurchase this in the future, but just with my FabFitFun and also the FabFitFun edit sales, I can find affordable deals that way. I don't know when or if I would repurchase it, but I do remember liking this, so I would recommend it. The next thing is a self-tanner. This is the St. Tropez Gradual Tan Tinted Everyday Tinted Body Lotion. I know I mentioned this in a favorites, and I do still really like it. I think you get a nice glow, but I won't be repurchasing this at the moment because I don't really like it almost kind of gives you a greasy residue basically until you take a shower the next day, or however, like if you put this on at night and you take a shower in the morning, it does kind of have a greasy residue. Personally, I have found that I think I like the best the bronzing applications that are a mousse consistency. That's just what works best for me, but this does give you a nice, healthy, natural looking glow, I think. The next thing that I have to mention is mascara. This is the Benefit They're Real mascara. I wasn't a huge fan of this one just because I think it left my lashes looking very natural, but if you are looking for a very natural option, I would recommend it, but for the price, I don't know if I'd recommend it because it is kind of a more high-end mascara. I think full price this is $23, and just for that natural look, I feel like there would be more affordable options at the drugstore. So for me personally, I will not be repurchasing that. I have another mascara to mention. This is my Holy Grail mascara, so of course I'm gonna purchase this again in the future. This is the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I just won't be repurchasing this like right now necessarily because I do still have a couple other mascaras to use up. Also, my free birthday gift from Ulta is a mascara. That just kind of reminded myself that I need to pick that up. But back to this, I do love this mascara. Still highly recommend it. Yes, I thought I had another mascara in here. This is the Smashbox Super Fan Mascara. I love mascara, you guys, okay? I just do, so I kind of, you know, go through a lot and review it. I love this mascara, and personally I haven't heard anything about it. Not saying that it's not talked about on YouTube, I'm sure it is, but I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm not really sure like how long this has been out or anything, but I would definitely want to purchase this full size. This is the Smashbox Super Fan Mascara. I love this mascara and would highly recommend it if you hadn't heard about it. Next up, I used another Clarisonic brush head. Once again, I cannot remember which one this is, and I'm saving the box that the current one that I'm using comes in so I can actually remember to recommend it to you guys, but I change these every 3 months. I use the Clarisonic to cleanse my face, and I really liked that. Next up, this took me a really long time to use up, and this isn't an expensive product. This is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. It's one of those products that has a really long name, but I really like this. It is an expensive product, but I did get this in a BoxyCharm. I think it's $42. Some prices you just memorize, or I just memorize. Pretty sure at full price this is $42, but I have really bad dark under eyes, and I think that this does help with that. So for that, I recommend it, but thankfully I actually do have a couple other to use. I got one in my Spring FabFitFun, and then also a friend of mine gave me hers because she wasn't a fan of it. So, you know, obviously not everybody's gonna love the same beauty products, but personally I would recommend it. I just don't know if I'm gonna buy it whenever I do have to buy it again, but this took me so long to use up. I don't know when that's gonna be, but I do love the product and recommend it. Next up, I use up a primer. This is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. This is one of my favorite primers. It is a little bit thicker, but as it implies in the name, it does mattify your skin, I think, and I think it does also do a pretty good job at filling in your pores. So if you have oily skin like myself, I'd recommend this. I was also able to get this whenever I was on sale. If you haven't seen my most recent haul, I will link it for you in the info card up above, and I share with you guys how I afford my high-end makeup, and a lot of it is just sales, you know, being on email lists and that kind of thing, but I, you know, do share some tips and tricks with you guys. Also, if you like hauls, you know, I like hauls, so if you want to see that video, I will link it for you guys. But this, I do really like this primer, and I actually already purchased another one that I was also able to get on sale. I have another primer that I wasn't a huge fan of. This is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. I did like this initially. So I don't think it's horrible. I think it would also be good for oily skin because it is kind of a thicker consistency as well. I feel like just with primers, as with all other makeup, you just have personal preferences. I'm not saying this is a bad primer. It just wasn't my favorite primer, so I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase this in the future. I obviously still do love Urban Decay. I had a whole video dedicated to a one brand look that I will link for you guys, where I just, you know, do a full face of makeup using Urban Decay, and I think I use this primer. So it's not horrible, it's just not my favorite. There's other ones that I like more that I would buy before buying that one in particular. I have another Urban Decay product. I used up another all-nighter setting spray. Love this. I'm very intrigued to try out the new Tarte. It's a mattifying setting spray as well, I believe, and it's a little bit cheaper than this one. If that one does not work out well, then I'll buy this in the future. I'm not saying I'm just gonna totally abandon this. I still have over half of a current one that I'm using. I love Urban Decay and I love this setting spray, but I kind of might try out that Tarte one, but I still would recommend the Urban Decay one. It is a great product. We're just gonna go ahead and go into another Urban Decay, because if you guys couldn't tell already, it's my favorite makeup brand. That is why I have all of these products to mention, even though it is a little bit expensive. But let me just go ahead and justify it. I love Urban Decay. I used up a Naked Skin liquid makeup. Actually, I think this was given to me by a friend. So I think she gave it to me, it was like half full, maybe 2/3 full. I can't quite remember, but thank you, Sarah. Really appreciate you. This is in the shade 1.5. This is in my natural shade. But I've been recently using self tanner, so I'm now using 3.25. I know I still look pale, I'm aware. But this is a lot lighter, but I do still love that foundation, and I really appreciate Sarah for giving that to me. The next thing, I'm sorry there's like hair around the cap. I'm just kind of a gross person. I guess, you know, some of my hair got in there or whatever. Somehow, this is a Tarte Shape Tape. This does last a very long time, thankfully. I love that for my under eyes. As I mentioned earlier, I have really bad dark circles, and I think this does a great job. Like, that is the best concealer that I've found so far to really cover up my under eyes. You might still think that I, you know, have some still, but I think that they cover them up. They do a great It's one thing. I think that it does a great job. I know it is a little bit more expensive. I think full price it's $27, but if you have a 20% off coupon, or if you can find it on sale, that's whenever I would definitely recommend you trying it out. I love that concealer. I used up a eye makeup remover. I used to use baby oil, but I do like this better. This is the Equate Beauty brand. This is like the Walmart brand. I know like there's a very similar product like this by Neutrogena, but I think that this works great. So I already have another one that I'm using, and I like this as an eye makeup remover. The next thing is a Briogeo product. This is another thing that I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Don't Despair Repair Strength, Moisture, and Leave-In Mask. I did like this, but I'm using a different brand for my hair now, so I'm very particular on products that I use on my hair. So I don't know if I would purchase this in the future, but I did like this product. The next thing that I have to mention is a face mask. I have a lot of beauty products now because I really like investing in my skin, and I think it really has helped me out. But since I have so many masks and things, it takes me a long time to use them up. So it's very satisfying whenever I finally do use one up. I believe I got this in my summer box from FabFitFun last year, if not spring. But regardless, this is the Grown Alchemist Polishing Facial Exfoliant. It's just like an exfoliator for your face. Really great product. I love this, but as I mentioned, I do have a lot of beauty products. I don't know if I would purchase this in the future. I also don't think it's super inexpensive, but it is a good product, and I am glad that I used it up. We have a Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I believe this was in my last Empties video as well. I go through these, I feel like not all the time, but I have used this for a while. I use my Clarisonic Mia to cleanse my face, and then I go over this afterwards just to remove any excess makeup, and I think it does a great job. We're almost done. I have this. This is a product that I received in a FabFitFun as well. I don't know if you'd categorize it as a beauty product, but I'm gonna go ahead and mention this in my beauty empties. This is a De-Stress Muscle Gel, the Focusing and Soothing one by the brand Aromatherapy Associates. I did really like this, but I'm not sure too much on the brand or how much this is because, as I mentioned, I got it in a FabFitFun box. I loved this product, but I don't know if I would buy it full price. The last thing that I have to mention is a little sample size of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I do also like this as well, and actually I got I don't know if it's a full size, but it's a larger travel size than this, and like a little set from Becca. I recently purchased that. As I mentioned, I have oily skin, so I would not use this all over my face, but whenever I do use it as a primer, I kind of more focus it on areas where I highlight. So I basically just put it on my cheekbones, on top of my cheekbones. I didn't use it today. That would be smart, but anyway, I do like this, and I already have another trial. I don't know if I'm going to purchase it in the future, but I do like having that for like a little extra glow, because I mean, who doesn't like their skin to look nice and glowy and healthy? Those are all of the empties that I have to mention. I feel like I had a lot, but I think I went over them in a pretty timely manner. Hope you got some recommendations if you're interested in any of these products. As I mentioned, once again, they will be linked in the description box down below if you have found some that you would like to check out. Thanks again for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to stick around and subscribe. What was your favorite thing that I mentioned? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to find out about that. Once again, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.